Today is going to be a bargain shopping day, so we're about to go try and find some bargains. It's pretty early though, and I think most places open until 10, but I'm going to walk around in the meantime. Made it back home, but it's Sunday, so I gotta get a lot of things done. Here's my to-do list. I think that's everything. We'll see. All put away. I think I'm gonna have to do 2 loads this week. Bedroom. My mom sends me letters every week. It's awesome. Sparkling kitchen. Pretty straightened up. Okay, about to get in the shower, wash my hair, but before I do that, I was going to do the podcast of the week. I've missed a few weeks, but doesn't matter. Anyway, this week's podcast of the week is called Making Oprah. It's by WBEZ Chicago. If you don't know who Oprah is Oprah. Like, you just Google it. Making Oprah is a 3-part podcast. I think it's only the 3 episodes. I don't think they're doing any more past this. Just about the Oprah Winfrey Show. And so it goes behind the scenes of how she got started with the Oprah Winfrey Show, how she grew the show, and why she ended the show to begin with. It's really interesting. Not only do they do their own like interviews and stuff, they actually get Oprah's answers to questions. Like they actually interview Oprah. So she gives like her own opinion on how things went, how she changed, how the show changed, how it grew. And it's just really insightful because the Oprah Winfrey Show was huge. It was huge not just because it was Oprah. It was huge because it was a black woman that had so much influence off of her show, which was like the first time and that's ever been done, and it's never been done again. Like no one has been able to touch the impact that Oprah Winfrey has. And so it goes into the ups and downs of the show. She went through a period where she got really spiritual and people really weren't feeling it. But that was where she was at the moment and how she dealt with that. And went into the, you have a car, you get a car, you get a car. I honestly didn't know that they offered the people to either have the car or just get the cash for the car so that they wouldn't have to pay the taxes on the car. And still people complained, so that was interesting. It was also interesting to see the other side of the perspective because her team had worked really hard to pull this off. And then for people to react negatively to it was really hard. And then just why they ended the show. Like she felt like she really couldn't do any more. And they were coming up with all these ways that they could top the ideas they've already had. And she felt it was just time to walk away and do something else. And that something else, of course, is OWN, which she even says, or they even say hasn't even gotten to the point that the Oprah Winfrey Show was. So it's just huge. Like Oprah in itself is a great story, but just to focus on the show itself was an interesting take on things. So I highly recommend. Laundry's hung up and hair is done. So fresh and so clean. Clean bathroom. Sparkle, sparkle. Done. Done. So only 2 things left on the list. I think I'm going to tackle making the boxes next. I think I really explained why I was shopping for all that stuff and what are the boxes. So I mentioned, I think a few blogs ago about iTrack, my nonprofit that I've been working on for a few years. And we are a completely volunteer-based organization. So I have some volunteers that have really made the difference between iTrack being a success or a complete failure, and have been really committed and really supportive. And because we don't get paid, I wanted to do a gesture to show how much I appreciated them. So I was going to send them some boxes of souvenirs from Japan. So I went and tried to get a lot of little things that could be really fun things for them to try out, different foods. Kit Kat flavors are really big here, so there's tons of Kit Kats from different flavors, so I try to get a bunch of those. So I'm going to try to make some nice little gift boxes to send out this week. Yeah. Alright, boxes done. Now to fill the boxes with stuff. Alright, first box is done. It looks pretty cool. Got some fans, some chopsticks, some erasers, some coasters, lots of goodies. I would be happy with that box. Alright, I think that's it for tonight. I got 5 boxes done. We'll get the rest done later in the week. But getting tired, it's past my bedtime. I'm really excited for this week. The house is clean. I got through a lot of stuff. It's going to be a very productive week. I think for like the next 5 or 6 weekends, I have at least one person visiting me. So it should be a lot of fun. It should be a lot of stuff going on. But until then, remember the important things and forget the rest.